on a second. Shy!
Hi.
Oh my God, it's so great to see you. I gotta figure out why my volume's so low.
Why is your vibe so low? It's a Wednesday?
Yeah, I don't know why. First of all, you look amazing. I gotta figure out the volume's low on this thing. I don't know why it's that low. Something's wrong here. I can't figure out what it is. Sorry, Shy. Let me figure out what's going on.
Okay, no worries.
Can you hear me now, Shy?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Shy. I love me some Shy. How
Oh,
have you been?
I've been well. How are you?
I'm doing really good. Doing really good. We got the whole entire podcast thing going. We're doing really well. We hit this number, which is 3,485,746 people.
That's awesome. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
I
Congratulations.
thank you, Shy. I'm trying. I'm trying. I love your setup of your chair. You have like a. It's gonna be me today. My mom is doing it. Unless you want my mom to come on, otherwise it'd be just me today.
No worries. Mama Rush is busy. That's okay. I'm not gonna take her time.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She's. I saw. She. I don't know. She's in a rush. She's been up since this morning. We had a bunch of people on today, but I wanted to have you on, and I'm so thankful for you to making your time today to come on here.
Of course, I will always make time.
Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Good, because we can talk about movies sometimes. Because I know you're a big movie buff or TV buff.
I am, but I don't get to watch as much as I used to. I'm watching you right now, but it's like slowly progressing because I don't really have much time, but it's really good.
Is it really? I had to laugh for a
Mhm.
second, Shy, because I was like, "Oh, me?" I'm like, "What do you mean you're watching?" And I was like, "Oh, the show you."
Oh yeah, I should have clarified. That's my fault.
Yeah, no, you're good. Have you seen that radio? There was a thing that happened on the news with a reporter. It was like, "Hey, I'm watching you right now," and she's like, "What?"
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was almost the moment I had, but I was like, "It's the show about the serial killer guy." I think.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's definitely a serial killer, but he was like, they think I'm some kind of serial killer. So he doesn't think he's a serial killer.
Oh, is he like an? How does that make him like a narcissist, or he just a sociopath?
He has a lot of things wrong with him, Joe.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome. Is it like Dexter or no? Did you ever watch Dexter?
I did. I love Dexter. I don't think it's like Dexter that much because he like Dexter's like I'm bad and I'm killing bad people. Joe's
Yeah.
like I'm good. I do this for you. Almost like he's the victim.
I'm gonna have to watch this one.
You have to. The books are really good too. I think there's three. I read all of them, but I don't remember much. They're
Oh,
like the first, second, and maybe third
okay.
uh, season aligns with the books, and then after like it goes off and it skews to a completely different direction.
Okay. Shoot, we're actually, I think we just officially started our own movie launch thing that we're gonna have to do in here talking about
Oh
TV
shoot.
shows and movies. No, 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 no. I'm saying for real because this is good. I didn't even think about that. No, for real. We're gonna have to start doing like movie updates or TV updates because I didn't even know that was a book.
Oh, hidden bodies.
Well, I think you said it's called. Oh, the book's called Hidden Bodies.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's the first one. There's like I don't even remember how many there are. In my head, there's three, but there could be more. I've read all of them, all of the ones that, because one was just published not too long ago, like a couple year or two ago, because I remember I took it
Okay.
on deployment last.
Oh yeah, I'm
But
gonna have to
yeah,
ask you all about that too. Because I think you told me before when I mentioned Tampa. You say you were. I think you were in the books then. I think you told me that. Was that right? Or am I wrong?
oh, yes. Oh, always in the books. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Whew. I'm like, man, I was like, I thought I had that conversation, but maybe I was wrong on it. So,
Yeah,
well,
definitely.
yeah, well, I'm gonna have to go with you for everything. If you have any good recommendations, I'm gonna need a screenplay so I can just be like, hey, can we borrow this and can we make it into a TV show? So, any recommendations, we'll definitely be up for.
Oh my gosh, and I have them. So if you wanna text about that, because this can be a long conversation. Like, what genres are you looking for? I've read a lot of books.
Yes. Oh my God. Good. No, this is gonna be part of the. I think the regular because I want to have you on here as much as you're willing to come on. So, yeah, I think we can text about it too. We can do both.
I don't want to take up the time if you want to talk about the military stuff, because I can just yap. I'm a
Oh
yapper.
yeah, no, no. It's it's we're gonna do both. It's all about you today, Shy. I'm just happy to one. I'm happy to see you. Two, thank you for coming on. And like since the moment I met you, you've been an amazing human being. So I was so happy that you were like, hey, yeah, sure, I'll come on. Oh, your puppies too, huh?
I have three, but this is my favorite. This is the star of the show, really.
Okay, what's his name or his or her name?
Her name's Sweet Baby Ween.
Sweet baby ween, like she's a wiener dog. I take it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I love it. I love her. That's awesome. I love that because you've always been big in. Now, were those always rescue pups that you had, or is it actually ones that you?
So
I
Sweet Baby Ween is not a rescue pup. She is a I wouldn't say a bad decision because I absolutely love her, but she was like I saw her and my husband, he was like holding her and I was like, we can't not take her home. But my other two are one of them, my border collie is, and then my boxer pit bull, I found her at a park and I've been trying to find her a home and I just haven't. And it's been like 2 years now.
okay. Well, I think she has her home, and the her home is with you all.
No, she needs a new home.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that today. I guess hopefully we can help maybe find her a home. Are you still in Tampa?
I've never been in Tampa. I'm in Jacksonville. I met you in
Why
Jacksonville.
I don't know why I thought that. Why am I? Oh, because I know why. I know why. It was Jacksonville. Sorry, I don't know why I keep mentioning Tampa and Jacksonville because one of my Marine buddies, Bobby, was in Tampa. We went down to Tampa, but we also went to Jacksonville for the game.
Yeah, I think that's because I saw you after a game that you watched with your
Yeah,
family.
yeah. University of South Carolina. Yeah, with the Nagels are my family, so yeah, I watched it with them. We were all watching the game, and we lost to Notre Dame then. But yeah. So yeah, Jacksonville. Okay, now that I have it as Jacksonville, Shy, I am recording, so you're good. This is all going to be in there. You don't have to say what branch of the military you're in. I just know that you are in the military, so whatever's you don't have to. Let's just put it that way.
I don't mind. I'm prior service. I just got it in February. I was in the Navy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but so now you're retired.
I separated. So retiring is like when you do 20 years. I didn't get there. I'm not like that old yet. So
Yeah.
I work now as a document review paralegal for veterans law, where I help veterans get entitlements to their benefits that they're currently seeking from the VA, like when they do their disability stuff. So I like kind of gave back, you know?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, it's such a small world. I'm not sure if you had a chance to see my cousin that was on here, but she did the same thing from the army.
Really?
Yeah, what you're doing now? What you're doing now? Now that you're out of the Navy, is it everybody in the military? Or is it just in the Navy? How's that work? Or is it just everybody all around?
Yeah, everyone uses the same VA system for disability. So I get cases from all branches with service.
Oh wow! Oh, bless your heart. That's exactly what you're doing is one amazing. Two, that's so important. I'm gonna have to send you it later. But my cousin that was on here, Desiree Canty, that's what she did, and she literally helped veterans get all their disability and things like that she needed. She was really passionate about that.
So sweet. It is so fulfilling and rewarding.
Yeah, I bet so. I mean, and you get this. I mean, I can only imagine the cases that you deal with and like the people that you're. I mean, just the if you serve our country, you should get everything that you're required to get. And so I think that's amazing that you've chosen to do that as your newer career path.
Thank you.
So you are originally from where?
California is where I joined the military out of the San Diego MEPS, but I was not from San Diego. I was like closer to like the Long Beach area, if you're familiar.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very familiar. Wait, so you said down in San Diego, Camp Pendleton, or somewhere else?
No, San Diego is the MEP, the processing station that I
Okay.
go through. I've been to Camp Pendleton, but that's a Marine base, which I guess they do have Navy people there, but I was never stationed there.
Okay. No worries. And so you started off in San Diego, and then how did you end up from say San Diego / Long Beach? Is that what you said? The two places?
Yeah, so I shipped out of San Diego, went to boot camp in Great Lakes, Illinois. I was there for schooling for like around a year. I had a C school that was in Point Loma, California, and then from there I went to Jacksonville, and I've been there ever since 2020.
Okay, so that's long. Yeah, that's what 5 years, I guess. So that is a long time. What made you decide, like with your own life, if you are born, you're originally from California, you said, what made you want to go into the military?
I had a friend that was going in, and I really liked his training. I really liked his idea, and like he had a whole group of people that he would work out with. And so when I initially joined the Navy, I went as an EOD technician, which is one
Okay,
of the special programs. So you have to do like PSTs in the beginning and all of that. I didn't make it through that school, so I eventually got re-rated to an operations specialist, and that's what I
okay.
did the entirety of my career.
Holy smokes. Man, so yeah, so Shy, like I guess with because I think I told you before the fact that we have Buckle Up University and we have people that are either thinking about going into the military, going to college, going to a junior college, or going to the military, going to college to the military. And so I think it's amazing that that's what you decided to do, because you didn't go to college. Is that correct? Which is okay if you didn't. I could be wrong. You did go to college.
Yeah, I went to college before I joined, and then I went afterwards, and I used my TA benefits to finish my degree. So I got my degree while I was in.
Oh, heck yeah. So did that make you, did you become an officer? Is that right? Am I wrong?
No. So
Okay.
if I think I could like put in a package to go to OCS, which is like the officer school.
Yeah.
But you can't just like be like, I got my degree now, guys. Just break me up.
Yeah. Absolutely. When you went to college, I guess, what did you study? So from high school, you went to college. Where'd you go to college, or what did you study while you were getting everything all together?
Yeah, I went to Cal State Long Beach. Loved
Okay,
that
I know
school.
that.
I worked there after I was done going to school there. Loved it there. And then after that, when I was in the military, I went to Western Governors University, which is an online school.
Okay.
I love it, and I will praise its high heavens just because it's very unlike traditional schooling, and I was able to finish my degree really fast. And I had like good curriculum, but it's like a self-independent study. So you
Okay.
can finish it faster than, let's say, if you can only do like what, 12 to 16 credits a semester.
Yeah.
I went through those.
Holy smokes! Oh my gosh! I'm so glad you mentioned that. Well, so that was called Western University. Is that right?
Western Governors University.
Okay. And then, so if a person wanted to kind of like either do it at their own pace or go right through like you did, that's what you chose, and that helped you to be able to. Because we've been looking at, from the people that have been on, everybody's been coming on, including a guy today that showed examples of, hey, you can do this a different way and not spend a astronomical amount of money and be in debt if you were to do it a certain way. So kind of like if someone were to do that, they could be able to go to college and receive their whatever degree they decide to choose.
Yes. But just to put it out there, my TA did not fully cover my tuition. It was like, I think it's a 6 months. So you get 6 months to finish however many. I had an out-of-pocket cost, but I could have finished the rest of my degree in probably one semester if I really like pushed through it. And I would have only had to pay that one time. And I did it twice. So
okay.
Yeah. So it did really help. It cut down the costs, but not like astronomically. But even the cost of the school is a lot less than going to like a state college or even a JC.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so glad you mentioned that. And that's so important for us, the Buckle Up University, I guess, to know. I just call it that because I realize that we can help out kids that way. So you go through those two things. Now you said that you were in, you were in Illinois, because I can't talk today. You were in Illinois. That's what you did. So you said 6 months or was it 6 weeks? I can't remember which one you said.
I was in Illinois for boot camp and then school after. So I was there about like a year and some change.
Okay. And then from there, you went straight to Jacksonville.
Point Loma and then Jacksonville.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because I had another school that I had to go to.
Oh, will you kind of talk about that a little bit, if you don't mind?
Yeah, that school was like specific for my rating. So I was an OS. So I went to I think VMS school, I think it is. No, I went to geek school. Excuse me, I went to geek school. And that's like working on like, I don't know how to explain. It's like a computer system that they use on the ships, but I never went on a ship, so I didn't really need it. I've never used it.
You weren't on the ships? Oh, you weren't even on the ships?
No, I was on the aviation. Like I was at Naval Air Station Jacksonville. So I was like a P8 princess and got to detach with the squadrons when I went on deployments.
Amazing. Oh, wow. So your deployment that I know, at least I could be wrong, but I remember you were stationed so you did a deployment too. Where'd you do your deployment at?
I did 3. So
holy smokes.
Yeah, I did 3. So my first 2 was based out of Okinawa at the Kadena Air Force Base. And then we jet out from there. So we have like a place that we're like, where we put all our things. And then if we have to leave, we take some of our things and go somewhere else and then operate from there.
Okay.
So I had to go to a few cool places. And then my last deployment, I was in Misawa, Japan.
Oh, wow.
Very cold, very hot and very cold.
I think I saw one day you posted or something like where it was snow outside. And then I saw when you were like in like shorts and hiking.
Yeah, so that was my last deployment, and that was when I went from Japan, and then I jetted out to Guam. So I was in like a lot of snow because it was in the winter when I was there, and then you go to Guam where it's just nice year round. So of course I was hiking and taking in all of the vitamin D that I could.
Okay, yeah, you did a good job with that. No, it's that's pretty awesome. What was okay? So let's talk about your deployments a little bit more. What was Japan like? I mean, I guess the places that you went, Japan was the first one you said, right? If I heard that correctly, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And that was right after Jacksonville, I think. Correct?
Yeah.
Thought so. All right. What was Japan like? I've always wanted to go. So
So Japan, I went to Tokyo for like 3 days and got to go to like Shibuya and all of those cool places. It was really nice. The people are are very nice. It's really clean. There's no trash cans anywhere either. Like
really,
anywhere I went, no trash cans. But everything is just super clean. They don't
yeah.
have it on the streets like how they
Okay.
do here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people
And
just put trash in their pockets.
yeah, and travel. I mean, I bet the food was delicious too. One of my friends, Jack Norton, was stationed in Japan. Oh, he was Okinawa Matt because he looks like Matt Damon. So they called him Okinawa Matt Damon. Is what he was called. At least what he told me. So you're at,
Okay.
so you say you're in Tokyo for a few days, and then where else in Japan? I'm sorry. Oh, if you don't mind mentioning every place that you went to. Again, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Mind. Okinawa, which is the island that is
Hmm.
around Japan, I was there for a really long time. I was probably there for like a year total through all my
Wow.
deployments. I loved it there though. It was the weather is really nice in my opinion. It gets hot
Yeah.
and it's humid, but I prefer it to like the 6 feet of snow we got in the other parts of Japan. So
Yeah.
I loved it.
Okay. Well, man, I'm gonna have to. I have to travel more because I haven't been out of the country. Well, I've been out of the country for work, but not to places like I haven't been like over there yet. But I need to go. So you said Okinawa, Tokyo, and then Guam. You
Yeah.
really like Guam because of the weather? Sorry.
Yeah, Guam is probably my favorite place that I have ever been to, just because it's so like green and there's places to hike, there's water, and it's just everything that I like to do is there.
Yeah.
And the weather is just always warm. I've never been there when it's cold. I don't think it gets
Yeah.
cold.
Okay.
It rains, but that's it. Still nice.
And then how long were you in Guam for?
I've been there probably a total of maybe roughly 2.5 months in all, because I've been there a couple of times. I've been there. I've been to the Philippines. I was there for about a month, and that was really cool too. I like the Philippines. They're very nice there. So
Yeah.
sweet. Singapore I went to was not. I think Singapore is really beautiful and it's a really industrious like port city,
Hmm.
but there's so many laws and it's so strict and it kind of made me scared to like do things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. One of my best friends in the world, Dave Ballman. I think he finished a major in the Marines. He was stationed in the Philippines forever.
Hmm.
So I used to talk to him about that. So I know I've heard a lot from him about the Philippines. But I think that's completely awesome that you're able to travel so many places. Now, outside of the military stuff, I want to make sure that we hit everything, like kind of with the military. Did you get the opportunity? Do you travel? Have you traveled much outside of the military?
I've only been to Mexico outside of the military.
Okay, yeah. I had work down there, so that's like I've been there and I've been to Canada, I've been to Bahamas.
Okay, that's more than I've been outside of the military. I just got out, so I haven't really had the time to like go places yet.
Yeah, you're just yeah. How's I guess what's was the transition for you like from being in to now being out? What was that transition like? Were you sad to leave? Was it like I've been here? How many years did you do? I'm sorry.
Six,
Also, okay, and thank you for your service too, Shy.
yeah.
Yeah.
The transition that is kind of stressful. The job market right now is terrible. I
Yes, it
think
is.
I applied to like maybe let's say 1,000 jobs because like I'm pretty sure I applied to close to that. I have a degree, I have experience, I have more than 10 years of experience in a lot of things. And I didn't get an interview. I think I had like 3 interviews and I got this job and I was like, I love what they stand for. I love what I'm gonna be doing. I was like, this is
Yeah.
exactly what I wanted. So why would I look any further? But it was really
Exactly. That's first of all, I'm glad you got a job that you really love and that you're making a difference and that you enjoy it. That's important too because like when you what's the word? Sorry, I have a saying, but I just remember it is before I forget it. But it's like when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And
mm-hmm.
so you're not just doing something for yourself, you're doing something that you're actually helping people who you have a life not a I don't want to say kindred soul, but you have a life experience that only people in the military understand. And so for you to be able to help them out, as I said, I think that's very commendable and very admiring. And so I'm happy for you. Although it's very interesting that you didn't have all these interviews coming out. I mean, that's actually a shame that it was a little bit tough. I guess well, I guess with the way things are going right now, it's just kind of, yeah, all over the place. But I'm glad that you're enjoying what you're doing. I want to make sure that and you're still in Jacksonville, right?
Correct.
Dude, maybe I need to just move to Jacksonville. Apparently, Jacksonville is the greatest place in the world. If you like left and come back, and like Jacksonville is the home base.
Oh yeah, no. I don't like it here. I'm moving
Oh.
as soon as I can. Terrible experiences here. Like, no.
Okay, well, I didn't, no offense to Jacksonville, whatever. It was nice from what I saw, but I said I don't live there, so I wouldn't know.
Mm.
But yeah, well, shoot, Shy, I think almost that I hit everything that I wanted to hit. Is there anything I didn't touch on that you want to talk about? Because I want to make sure that I know you have limited time because I know you have to pick up. I want to make sure you have enough time to to do what you got to do.
Let me think. I think the only thing that we didn't touch on is probably like the new standards for the military that
Oh
they're
yeah, please.
implementing.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know them.
Don't care for it personally. I think that, so I don't, if in case you're not sure what I'm like talking about, they lowered the scores to be able to get jobs. They make it really easy. They made boot camp a lot easier, and I don't really agree with that as being someone that experienced it, because I think there's a level of intellect, a level of discipline and standards that you do have to maintain in order to be a good military. I think that it leads to more accidents, a lot more negligence in things if you're just letting people in that don't really qualify for things that they set this standard for, that they're just lowering it for no reason. I don't personally agree with that.
Yeah. Honestly, Shy, I'd say I'd probably have to agree with you too, because if anyone's safety is in danger, or if it's like, I can understand the reason they always have standards for everything in all kinds of field. Let's say not just the military, but let's say even in police and like law enforcement stuff, is because that's to help. There's a reason that's there, and it's been set in stone. I come from a military family. Both my grandfathers were in the military, so it's thank you, my yeah, Korean War veteran and a World War II veteran in Germany.
Wow.
So I think Germany and Japan. I think he did both. One of them did both. It's, if those standards have been around for that long, there's a reason that they're in place, and it's a reason. And yeah, I can understand why they're in place. Yeah. But I did honestly, I didn't know that until you just mentioned it to me. In fact, I don't know how many people know that. Well, besides, I didn't know that until you mentioned it.
I think it's more like if you're in, you kind of see things that because it would affect my rate that I got re-rated to didn't require like a really high score. I didn't require a lot of standards, but I feel like my job is very important. I was doing briefing for the mission planning that the P8s are doing when they're going out and flying, and I think that's very important. Like,
absolutely.
To have the knowledge and retention ability to be able to know what you have to do. And especially working on a ship, it's a lot harder. My job was easy compared to what they did. And I just don't think that if people aren't able to do the job, they should just be able to like push them through.
Honestly, you're right. You're right. All that I said, I have no fault of what you've said. Like, especially, I said I have a lot of friends that are in the military. Some are still in, some aren't, but some are pilots. And like, but it doesn't matter whether they're pilots or not. You wouldn't want anyone to get accidentally hurt because of negligence, because countless people, the reason, even in regular work environments, there's safety standards because accidents have happened. Everything's been created because an accident happened pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I have no, hey, more power to you, Shy. I have no problem with anything you're saying. Yeah, well, Shy, you've been, anything else? I want to make sure I've hit everything. I'm going to have you back for movies. No, because I was curious about after Jacksonville. I always wanted to know your story about going into the military, which I never knew, and we were able to hit that. I also wanted to know how things were whenever you were deployed, because I talked to you every once in a while. You were just worried about me not like killing some of your favorite characters or whatever in the TV shows I was in. But yeah, no, I think I just about hit everything that I need to hit today. And so you're welcome back on anytime. In case there's anything that we like missed or anything at all, I'm happy to have you back on. Plus, I do want to talk movies and stuff. I think it'd be great because I'm trying to have a whole entire movie thing on here too.
Okay, well, definitely. I will love to tune in for that.
Awesome, awesome. I'm glad I got to meet your. What was her name? What was her name one more time? Oh, sorry.
Sweet baby Lean. She wants to say goodbye too.
Okay, I'm gonna have Sweet Baby Reem say goodbye.
Say bye. Say bye.
Bye. And then Shy, you did a wonderful job today. Oh, not job. I'm so glad and I'm so thankful for you coming on here and sharing your story. Like I really appreciated it. It's great catching up with you too because it's been a minute. But I was always curious about your story of what happened, what where you went, and then also because I said that we're trying to help out, the young youth with, hey, this is what you can do and all that kind of stuff. The more information they have, the better.
Well, I'm glad I got to help out with that.
Yeah, you did. You knocked out of the ballpark, Shy. You knocked out of the ballpark. All right. Well, look, I will have this. I'll get this back to you probably within like 48 hours. I'll have everything back to you, and it'll be up on Spotify. We're on 20 podcast stations. You'll be all over the place and all over my Instagram and Facebook. So
Cool beans. I love it.
all righty.
See you later.
Absolutely. Take care, Shy. It's great having you on there. Little baby Ween. She was cool too.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, Shy.
Bye.
And